Hello, Josh Levenhagen here. Welcome to your latest weekly video. I know we haven't made these in a few weeks, but I'm going to start making these every single week again, but we're just going to do one video. It's only going to be about 5 minutes long every single week, and I'm going to put it on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. So let me just get through all the stuff I need to get through, and then I'll let you guys go. So first of all, I'm getting married. I'm getting married here on Saturday. It's just a couple of days away. I'm recording this on a Thursday. And I'm really excited. So here's how that's going to work for my work schedule, though. We're going to get married on Saturday, and then we're going to go on a short honeymoon up north. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Sunday school this Sunday, but Sam Walenta, our elementary school teacher, elementary class teacher, she has graciously volunteered to go ahead and teach that class. She's going to post a link for the Google Meet. We already talked about how to use it several different times, but all you have to do is have your Chrome browser open on your laptop with a camera and a microphone, just like you did for school. Works just like Zoom or Microsoft Meeting. Even easier, you can just download the app on your phone. All you gotta do is click the link. It'll send you straight to the app. It'll open it right up, and you can talk to us right live for Children's Church. It's going to be awesome. And our materials for Sunday Children's Church are sitting in the lobby already right now. You can get a hold of me, or you can get a hold of Angela anytime before Saturday for me, and then anytime after that, just get a hold of Angela for picking up your materials. Please take advantage of those and spend some time in God's Word with your kids at home, because we believe that church begins at home. Now, next week, I will be back. Now, the materials are going to be done by Angela. Angela will help coordinate with you on how to pick them up. If you come during normal church hours, you don't have to worry about it, but if you need to come after hours, you can simply get a hold of Angela, and she will help you pick up those kits. I've already spoken to her, and she's agreed to help us do that because she has access to the building. And then next Sunday, so a week from Sunday, I will be back, and I'll go ahead and do Children's Church on Google Meet and Facebook Live for that Sunday when we get back from our honeymoon. So even though I'm going to be gone and getting married, we are still doing resources in the lobby, and we are still doing Children's Church on Sunday live at 11 every week. So there's not going to be any pause or any interruption. We're going to continue to do Children's Church all summer long. We were planning on doing it originally when we were going to meet together, but now that we're not, we're just going to go ahead and keep doing it live on Sundays. We've got enough curriculum, we've got enough material, and we're going to try to come up with creative ways to be together, even if we can't be together after we come together as a church. We're still going to be doing Children's Church in some way. So this Sunday, Sam's going to teach an awesome message on promises and vows. We're continuing the series on the Sermon on the Mount. We've talked about Beatitudes, salt and light. We've talked about anger. We've talked about a lot of different things that Jesus was teaching for his Sermon on the Mount. And this week we're going to be talking about vows and promises. So please come on in to the Google Meet at 11 a.m. on Sunday, and Miss Sam would be totally happy to see you. She said she's really been looking forward to it. She misses teaching. She misses seeing all of our kids. Come back if you haven't come in a few weeks. Check it out. Say hi to Miss Sam and join us for Children's Church on Sunday. So I also want to mention one more thing, something we're going to jump into here. I think for the next few weeks, we're working on a series about recovery, and it's specifically focused on the recovery from COVID. I'm going to go ahead and post a link on the Facebook group so you guys can check it out. Right Now Media has a 5-part series on how to emotionally and spiritually recover from this time. We're kind of at the point where the light's at the bit of the end of the tunnel, at least for our state. We seem to be in recovery, but we don't know how long this thing's going to last. But either way, if it keeps going on forever, this is the point to assess this, or if it starts to come out of it, it's still the time to assess this. We need to figure out just the emotional and spiritual impact that this has had on us, and how to grow and heal and recover from this experience without having it damage our long-term emotional and spiritual health for the sake of ourselves, and especially for the sake of our families. I think it's an amazing series. There's some honest, real conversations. They talk about questions that we're all asking, and they literally just lay it out in front of you like, yeah, here's what we're dealing with. So check it out. I will post the link to it on the Facebook group, It's an awesome series, it's a 5-point series, and so we'll probably talk about some of the specifics of it each week at Wednesday, live at 5. And then after that, we're going to try to jump into some Ephesians stuff before the school year starts. So that's what we're going to do on Wednesdays. We'll do our Wednesdays live at 5. Now that the kids are out of school, I'm going to start doing Wednesday live at 5 again. Come check it out. Come join us in. Check in, say hi. If your kids watch Wednesday Live at 5, I'll bring out Seamus on he's ready, but I just haven't had any kids join us for the Live at 5 yet. So if any kids join Live at 5, just type in that your kids are there. I'll bring out Seamus and he'll say hi to them. So join us for Wednesday Live at 5 and check out the resource from Right Now Media. I'm going to go ahead and post. I just got one more thing I want to leave you with before I wrap it up for this weekend and start making final plans for the wedding. I wrote the weekly message this week, and it was taken from Deuteronomy. And I just want to read you that verse again and just kind of bring home some of the points we were talking about in that. So Deuteronomy, in case you guys didn't know, you got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. First 5 books of the Bible were written by Moses. Deuteronomy is a big speech given by Moses to the people to try to remind them. It's been 40 years of them wandering in the desert because they didn't follow what God wanted them to do. So he's spending a whole book giving a big speech, be like, hey, you need to remember the stuff that God was telling you to do. This is important. This is part of who you are. And this covenant, this promise, this vow, the vows related to the vows that I'll be taking this weekend and the vows and the promises that we'll be talking about on Sunday for Children's Church, this covenant is something that we have inherited as becoming Christians. This is part of who we are too. So I want you to hear this. Verse 5 of Deuteronomy 6, it says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. So he goes on to talk about even more permanent things that they started adding elements to their clothing, and some people would actually bind boxes of little scriptures to their foreheads. But God wasn't speaking literally, he was speaking figuratively of how much he wanted his words and his commands to permeate our hearts and our lives. But he's like, you shall teach them to your children. He didn't say, I shall give them to my servant Moses and he will teach. No, he said, you shall teach them to your children. And we want to start bringing home this lesson of church begins at home. Not just faith. Church begins at home. Your fellowship of your family, the pastoring of your children starts at home. And before we all come back together, before we all are just so happy to be able to take advantage of all the people who work with our families and not have to do it all of ourselves, and I get that. I get how tired and exhausted people are. I want us to remember that the responsibility of pastoring our families and pastoring our children and leading our families in church starts at home. What we have here is fellowship. We have moving in the same direction. We have guidance from our pastors. But the everyday shepherding of your families starts at home. And I want us to remember that, and I want us to keep engaging in that, even as this time kind of drags on. So I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. So be sure to check out Sunday School at 11. Check out our Live at 5s. I will not have a Live at 5, obviously, next week, but I will be posting a video. I'm going to go ahead and record it before I leave, and I'll post a video. We're going to keep letting you guys know about some interesting stuff on the Facebook group, so keep tuning in and checking that out. So we'll see you for Children's Church this Sunday at 11, and Children's Church with me again next Sunday at 11. I love you guys. Stay safe. God bless. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.